Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Like and subscribe.
Welcome to the Sit, Walk, Work podcast, a show about paying attention. My name is Dominic and I'm your host, and today is a guided meditation. And what you can expect is that the practice will open up with a brief recap, followed by the actual practice itself. If you find today's episode valuable, please share with your friends and family, and feel free to leave a review wherever you listen to podcasts. The show will begin after the following chimes. For those who maybe this is your first time, where we will move from here is into just a brief overview of the practice itself. And then I'll open the mic up for any questions. So take your time to kind of come back into your fully awakened state as I kind of describe and recap where we went today. So as I alluded to at the beginning of practice, I wanted to spend time in the space of the heart, just allowing us to connect to that space. It's a good way before we start to work into the mind and the more subtle parts of the practice to really ground ourselves. So we went heart, body, mind in that order. And so we started by focusing our attention on the heart, and noticing what sensations arose there. We moved from that into kind of this idea of noticing or inviting the question as to what kind of lies in our heart, some of those deeper, larger wishes and wants that we might have. We grounded into the body a bit and wanted to contrast the heart, the nature of the heart, with the feeling grounded within the body. And then we moved out from the space of the heart and into the body to kind of scan and sense and see the way the body is constantly changing, sensations moving about. And we allowed our attention to rest in that space before feeling our breath here, which is a form of body sensation, but we treat those kind of separately. But when you're in practice, there's just a lot of overlap. So you're going to notice your breath, and you're going to notice your body, and it's going to have similar sensations in both. And I asked you to pay attention to how you felt about all of this, what all of this is kind of bringing up within you, focusing on the heart, how your body felt today in the moment. All of those things create the feeling tone that is present. So we looked at that a little bit, and then we brought it all the way around from that to just putting the practice down and just seeing all of the change and noticing that as we witness the change rather than be involved in it, we find ourselves being the constant grounded portion of our experience while everything else kind of moves through us. And then I brought you back to the heart. I asked you to appreciate this beautiful heart of ours that beats and allows so much into our world. And that team was our time today. There's no movement involved, so if you haven't already, start to make yourself comfortable. Comfortable can look different for everyone. For some of you, that's going to be sitting up nice and tall so you can breathe nice and easy. For some of you, lying down might be more appropriate. So if that is you, just make sure that you can breathe well. That's an important part of the journey, and we use our breath to kind of ground us in the practice in some ways. So you want access to that. Other things to consider for your practice today is kind of the mindsets we take, when the attitude, I would say, we take towards practice. It's important that when you're sitting and you're exploring this, whether for the first time or the 100th, you keep an open, curious, kind attitude. It'll help you to kind of learn the most and experience everything that's kind of coming up in a way that is most beneficial. So just little tips to get us started. But yeah, with that, I'll begin to move us into the practice. So, again, taking note of your posture, maybe rolling the shoulders up, down, and back, letting the hands soften. Just putting yourself in a place that signals to the mind that we're coming here to be still. That we're going to take this time, turn our attention inwards, slow down the movement, and just allow ourselves to be present with what's happening in the moment. Take a breath in, let that breath go. If it feels safe and comfortable, the next invitation is to close the eyes. The moment that happens, the alertness might increase. What you're alert to, what you're noticing, from how the energy of the body feels to how the mind is racing and moving about. Our practice today is going to move us through the space of our heart. And we're focusing our attention in the space on the heart, not to necessarily create a feeling, but because the heart is a special part of us where life becomes really personal and real, right? It's where our love and our care and our courage and our grief and everything kind of meets in this space of the heart. So we'll start there and then we'll widen out into the body and into the breath, getting a sense for all of these things and the way they interact. Nothing here needs to be forced or we're not trying to create anything. We'll just meet ourselves where we are today. And with that, let us begin to sense the area of the heart or the chest, not as an idea or trying to visualize it, but just feel the sensation of it. You might notice that there's a bit of warmth or coolness, pressure, movement, tightness, softness, or maybe very little sensations at all taking place around the chest and the heart space. All of which is fine. Noticing that this is what is here now. Feel the support beneath you that's holding you firm and allowing you the foundation to notice what's arising in the heart. way as we journey and focus our attention in different spaces. You may find moments where the attention wanders and moves away from what you're focusing on. Know that that is a part of the practice and to be expected. Simply redirect your attention back to your area of focus whenever that arises. Noticing the sensations in the heart area and the chest, the way the body feels in this stable position. This is a place of listening. So consider letting the question, what do I most deeply long for? Drop in. As you listen here, try to notice, what does the heart want in its own honesty? What does it care about the most? Maybe a word arises or you feel it in your body. And if nothing comes up, know that that's okay too. Allowing your attention to expand into feeling every point of contact that your body is making to the surface beneath it, that's supporting it, that helps you to feel grounded and at ease. In this way, we turn our attention to feeling safe and supported in this moment. This feeling of okayness, that with each breath coming in and out of the heart, this moment is okay. That it doesn't need to be perfect, that conditions don't need to be specific. To feel your breath and your heart and your groundedness is enough. Allowing your attention to begin to move back to the space of the heart, feeling the chest, the upper back behind the heart, collarbones, and the shoulders. Moving slowly down the arms, the upper arms, the elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers. Letting your attention breeze over these areas and notice the sensations that are present. Tingling, pulsing, heaviness, numbness, warmth, pressure, or not much at all. Feeling everything radiating out from the chest into the torso, down into the hands and fingers. Allowing your attention to move back to the center of your torso, noticing the belly, the low back, your pelvis, hips, sensing anything arising along the way, the changing movements of sensation. Moving down to the legs, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Noting the sensations, maybe warm, tight, pulsing, numb. And allow your sensation to move all the way from the feet back up the body, noticing whatever sensations capture the attention as you scan the body, moving past the torso into the throat, jaw, mouth, eyes, forehead, and scalp. Noticing that to sweep the attention from the toes to the head and back again, you must always pass through the heart. That it's okay to the sensations change and move about. You might even notice that you have a preference for some sensations being pleasant versus unpleasant. Notice how the sensations don't remain fixed. In the space of your body, feel your breath moving the body. Notice where in the body this feels most obvious, where your breath is most prominent. Maybe in your belly, in your nostrils, your ribs, or your chest, your heart space. In this way, you feel that the breath moves within the body, that it follows a similar pattern as the sensations. Each breath, each time you breathe, a new pattern emerges, arriving and then passing away on its own. As you rest here, observing your breath in the midst of the bodily sensation, take a moment to acknowledge the feeling tone that is present. This is the tone of the moment. Maybe it's not an emotion, but just notice if the practice feels pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, or anything else. And if a tone is present, a feeling tone arises from this moment, does it have a space in the body where it shows up? chest, the belly, the face, the throat. As we pay attention to everything that we have thus far in our journey, our mind starts to construct a story about practice, about the way we practice, about things that are not happening in the practice right now. So notice what thoughts are most predominant for you. Allow your attention now to soften and to relax. And in this way, we aren't trying to focus it on any one thing happening. We're simply allowing ourselves to be, to let sounds be present, let your breath be present, allow sensations in the body to be present, to allow your thoughts to be present. To remain steady and observe the changing landscape of experience rather than becoming intertwined with it. allowing your attention to stay where it is or return it back to the space of the heart, sending love and gratitude and appreciation for all the beauty that comes from this space, that radiates from this part of us. Begin to allow your attention to feel the grounded parts of your practice, your body in its seat, your hands resting in your lap, any pressure you feel from the mat or the surface supporting you. Take your time to slowly blink the eyes open and allow your practice to come to a close.
That's the beauty of it.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. I invite you to check out my Substack, where we are building a community of like-minded individuals to discuss all topics related to the idea of paying attention. I hope to see you there. But until then, with metta may you be well.
Like and subscribe.